Story time. How going dead broke changed my life. Stick around. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Owayejisleba Grace. To all my returning subscribers and viewers, thank you so much for joining me again. Thank you guys. And if you're just seeing my face for the first time, I'm a new YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you for joining. Okay, so in today's video we're going to I'm going to gist you guys. I'm going to tell you a story. When I look back at 2019, this was when this happened, and like now that I'm here 2021, the difference is like day and night. And let me start from 2018, right? Okay, all my life I've been a privileged child. My dad would always like take care of my needs. I didn't know what it was to like lack for anything, and me and my sibling, like when we needed anything, we would go to my dad for stuff. So when we got into university, that's how we continued. My dad was the one that would like send us pocket money if we needed to buy like extra stuff, maybe like handouts or textbooks or stuffs like that. I went to University of Lagos. My dad would like come through, and I was just used to it. I did not know that there was a thing like saving.
I'm suffering from too much standard. I'm suffering from too much standard, too much class.
I sure knew that my dad was my ATM, and that if I needed anything, it was going to come through for me, right? So this is how we continued from right when I was in diploma down to like my final year in school. And if there was like extra money from like whatever I asked them for money from, I did not know that I was like meant to save it or whatnot. I just always spent it on food. I swear to God. Like in University of Lagos, there was one Gabe guy around that Yem side. He sells shawarma, he sells club sandwiches, he sells like really nice things. Then corridor spaghetti as well. And then red bricks. I just used to buy food. So I did not know anything like I'm supposed to like keep part of this money and not like squander it or whatnot. And I did not know, honestly. I think my parents just assumed that I was going to be saving money. They did not know until later that I wasn't doing any of that. I knew that some of my friends were saving money. I used to hear them talk about it, but it was never a problem for me because I felt like anytime I needed money, I was just going to ask my dad. It was as simple as that.
You are a bad guy.
So final year came. I did my like final year project defense. I think it was in like October or November of 2018, right? And then I went back home, and I was just at home, I was just like eating and chilling. School has finished, I just wanted to rest. Then 2019 came. 2019 was like the year of service. So in March 2019, I went to camp. I served in Lagos State, and then in camp, okay, I think this was where things started to get funny a bit. Okay, so when I was going to camp, I did a really long list of all the things that I needed to buy. And then I gave the list to my daddy, expecting him to like be my ATM as usual. And by now, I was already done with school. And then my dad was like, okay, so how much do you have? I can't remember what I said. But it just, in my mind, I was confused. Like, I was so ashamed to ask him. Because I had finished school, guys. I had spent 5 years in University of Lagos. And I did not have savings. I had zero savings. I did not have savings.
Man.
So when my dad was asking me, okay, so how much do you have? Because I wanted to like add to it so that I would go to the supermarket to buy the things that I needed to buy for camp. When he was not asking me how much do you have, and I did not say. So he now thought that I was just kidding. So he just gave me like a certain amount, and that amount was not enough. So I had to cancel a lot of things from that list. I think my saving grace in camp was like, when you get to camp, if you are fine, or if you, maybe because I'm fine, But like, I feel like if you're fine or if you're jovial, like you make friends easily. So I made friends with these guys, and these guys were the ones that were like sponsoring me in camp. Like even if I want to pay food for myself, they'll be like, are you funny? They'll pay my food for me. So that's why I did not really suffer in camp, yeah. So when I got back from camp, that's when things got real. Like when I started to, if I wanted to buy stuff, my dad would expect me, he would just want to like maybe add And what we now add would be very small, because he had expected that, all through these years I'd had savings, and I was too ashamed to let him know that I did not have any savings. It was really a nightmare. So after camp ended, I started working, let's say April thereabouts. I started working on the island. I was earning 50K, and I know by that time one of my friends, he reached out to me, like he needed a business partner. He was based in Turkey and he wanted us to do like a business together, and I'm like, fine. And he was ready to, like, drop the starting capital, right? Do you know that as that we started that business around like March when I finished from camp? Do you know that as at August of 2019, gosh, I had squandered money. I was selling shirts, but I was just eating the money. I don't know where the money was going to, because I wasn't necessarily like buying new gadgets or whatnot, but just because I wasn't intentional about money, I knew nothing about financial intelligence. I had squandered all this money. And then, when he was now asking for returns on like what we had sold, which was his own capital that we used to start the business, I realized that I was owing him about, I don't know, man, but I think I was owing him about maybe like 100, 150K thereabouts. I'd eaten it. I was owing somebody about 150K, and I did not have money in my account. I was broke. I was waiting for the next salary and the next salary that they were going to give me as a youth corper to survive. And I knew that, oh my God, I'm in trouble. Then I was so depressed. Like, God, I would just be thinking of how will I get money. I would like, and the funny thing is, it was not because it's my friend. I just told him, and he was like, just give me the money when you have it. Like, he wasn't putting any pressure on me, but I was putting pressure on myself, because I did not want to be in a situation where I was now owing someone money. And then I was just really, really sad. I couldn't tell my mom, I couldn't tell my dad. I was owing money. I was consistently broke. Like, I was always like living from, how do they say that thing, from hand to mouth. Like, I was always waiting for the next money to drop for me to like do something that I wanted to do. Like, I was just always broke, and I couldn't explain how I was earning 50K monthly. The only thing that I was spending money on was food, which was literally like maybe just once a day. So I did not really understand how the money was just draining. Okay, so let's understand my predicament, right? I was earning 50K monthly from like April of 2019, and then I was also doing a side hustle, and I was making profit. But my 50K monthly was not making any sense. I was always broke. And then the money that I was making from business, both the capital, both the profits, I'd eaten everything, up to the point where I was owing my business partner 150,000 naira. That was the state I was in. And I remember just being like, confused. And then I had this friend, like, we would always talk. And normally I did not want to share with him, because I don't know, I feel like in this part of the world, it's a shameful thing to talk about money. Now I think that I'm more open to like discussing money, especially with like someone that I trust. But then I did not even know that I was able to trust him. And so this my friend, we got talking. He now started saying, but this 50K should be okay now. What do you spend money on? And we started analyzing it, and it was like, it's because I'm not intentional, right? So he said that I should be saving money. And I'm like, I don't know if I'll be saving it in my own account though. He now said I should save it with him, right? So every time I got my salary, I took out a chunk of it, and maybe just left a little that I could manage on, and then I saved it with him. And I kid you not, in a space of like, by the time we entered January, February of 2020, I had saved so much money. I was able to pay off that debt that I was owing, and then I was able to buy myself a phone. I'm living in a rush because I'm moving fast. Like, just think about it. Just because I was intentional about it, and it completely blew my mind away. And I'm like, wait. So if I had known about saving, I don't know what they are teaching us, so, but I feel like there are some things that need to be taught, things like financial intelligence. Because if I had known about saving, just imagine how much I would have done. This is the tip that he gave me. instead of like spending the money and thinking I'll save the remainder, when the money comes, as soon as you get the money, take out that portion that you want to save, and then just save it somewhere and don't touch it, and leave off the remainder of the money. Because if you're waiting for you to like do all your expenses no they finish. Even if you have 1 million, 1 billion, your expenses will always rise to meet the money that you have at hand. Do you understand? That's when you know that, oh, I've not bought this, I've not bought that. So yeah, that was like one thing that literally changed how I saw money. And from like 2019 of that September, when I started saving till now, I've been saving consistently. Like once I get money, once I get my paycheck, once I get free money, before I think of let me go on, because I like to enjoy myself. I'm still a foodie. That one has not gone. But before I think of like let me go and like flex, I take a portion of that money and I save it. Do you understand? And another thing is, I think it's very important for you to have friends that you can discuss money with. Friends that is not just about like jaye jaye jaye. And if you've been saving and you haven't been investing, you need to take it a notch higher. So right now I'm saving, right now I'm investing, and yeah, I'm definitely not dead broke. I will never be broke in my life again. I think the key word, if you're going to take anything from this video, just take intentionality. Live life intentionally. Don't just say whatever happens today happens, whatever comes. Make things happen. Be intentional, whether it's in your savings, in anything that you're doing. Be 100% intentional, and you're going to definitely see results from it. So if you had any bad experience in your life that really shaped you positively, a bad experience that you grew from, you learned from, and has shaped you into the man or woman that you are, please share in the comment section. I'll be there reading. If you watch this video up to this point, I just want to tell you that you're an OG. You're OJG's OG. You feel them? Yes, thank you so much guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video.